I've heard a lot of people say that getting to the first 100 grand of net worth is the hardest and that the next 100k is a lot easier. I've also heard people say the first million is harder to reach than the second million. So why is that the case? Surely each 100,000, each million should be as hard as the last. In this video, I'm going to reveal why, and most importantly, how property investors in particular can use these principles to build their property portfolios faster. But first, let me start by sharing some advice from a legend, Charlie Munger. He was the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, the investment company owned by Warren Buffett. Sadly, Charlie passed away a while back, but he's left a personal fortune estimated well over $2 billion and helped Warren Buffett build Berkshire Hathaway into one of the most valuable companies in the world. Charlie Munger had some brilliant advice for those starting their wealth building journey. He said,
the hard part of the process for most people is the first $100,000. If you have a standing start at zero, getting together $100,000 is a long struggle for most people. And I would argue that the people who get there relatively quickly are helped if they're passionate about being rational, very eager and opportunistic, and steadily underspend their income grossly.
He also went on to say, I don't care what you have to do, if it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon. Find a way to get your hands on 100 grand. So why did Charlie highlight the first 100k as such a pivotal milestone? And why is reaching it so significant for property investors? There are 4 key reasons why building wealth becomes easier as your portfolio grows. And we're going to explore these through the lens of property investing. But before we get into it, in case you don't know me, I'm Will Gale, and I've spent since 2012 building a UK-wide home buying company, British Home Buyers, a nationwide estate agency, British Home Sellers, and my own personal property portfolio. So not only does that give me insight to the market that you may not have, but understanding the property market is key to mine and my clients' success. So let's start with the power of compound growth. So imagine you're developing your first property. At the beginning, every deal feels like pushing a snowball uphill. You're doing all the heavy lifting, researching deals, securing funding, managing properties. But just like building a snowman on a white Christmas, the effort you put in builds momentum. Compound growth in property investment works much the same way. Once you acquire your first few properties, the rental income starts generating good cash flow. That income can be reinvested into additional properties, which in turn generate even more income. Over time, your portfolio becomes self-sustaining. So here's the key. That first 100k is typically earned entirely through your labor and savings. But the next 100k can be a mix of your earnings and your property portfolio's cash flow. By the time you're into your third or fourth milestone, a significant portion of your wealth growth comes from your investments themselves, not your time. So for example, if you save 10k annually, reaching 100k might take you 8 years. But reinvesting the returns from your portfolio could cut that timeline nearly in half for the next milestone. This is the power of leverage and compounding in action. Over time, as your rental income grows, you may also have the option to then refinance properties, unlocking equity to invest in additional assets. This snowball effect accelerates as you build more wealth, making each subsequent milestone easier and faster to achieve. The next thing is intrinsic motivation. The second reason wealth building accelerates is actually psychological. At the start, you're motivated by extrinsic factors, paying off debts, securing financial independence, or achieving a specific lifestyle. But as your investments grow and you generate income, the process itself becomes enjoyable. For property investors, this might look like finding satisfaction in scouting new opportunities, refurbishing properties, or optimizing rental yields. As your portfolio grows, so does your confidence. This intrinsic motivation drives you to scale up, turning property investing from a means to an end into a rewarding journey. So for me, investing is like gardening. I enjoy planting seeds, so buying properties, watching them grow, collecting rent, and harvesting the fruits, so reinvesting the profits into new ventures. The more properties I acquire, the more I'm kind of motivated to continue, not out of necessity, but because I genuinely enjoy the process of what I'm doing. This intrinsic motivation often transforms how investors think about risk and opportunity. For example, once you've seen success with one property, you may feel more confident tackling renovations or considering new locations you didn't think of before, or exploring alternative investment strategies such as sort of short-term rentals. The next thing is leverage, the investor's secret weapon. Leverage is the magic ingredient that turbocharges property investing. As your net worth grows, banks and lenders become more willing to provide you more financing. This allows you to scale your portfolio faster. For example, if you have 100k in equity across your properties, you might secure a loan to acquire another property worth 200k. The rental income from that property can service the debt, while any appreciation adds to your overall wealth. The best part, debt isn't taxed. Unlike earned income, borrowing against your assets provides capital to invest without any immediate tax implications. However, it's crucial to use leverage wisely. Ensure that any borrowing is supported by cash flow from income generating assets like property. For instance, if you're investing in a buy-to-let property, make sure the rental income covers obvious things like the mortgage payments and provides you a profit. This creates a safety net while still allowing you to benefit from the great stuff like property appreciation and, of course, cash flow growth. Leverage can also be used to diversify your portfolio by spreading investments across different property types or location, or even across different asset classes like stocks or index funds, so you can reduce risk while increasing your opportunities for growth. I know this is obviously a property investment channel and my experience is in property, but I don't just invest in property. I actually invest in a whole mix of stuff. The next thing is focus on income generating assets. The foundation of any successful property investor strategy is acquiring assets that pay for themselves. So rental properties in particular are obviously an excellent choice for that. They generate consistent income, they appreciate over time, and can be leveraged to acquire even more assets. So here's an example. If you purchase a buy-to-let property with a mortgage, the rental income, of course, covers the monthly repayments. And in theory, you want to buy, so you've got a profit. That profit can then be reinvested in another property. And over time, the income from multiple properties provides a steady cash flow, enabling you to then keep expanding your portfolio further. It's no surprise that 90% of millionaires invest in property for good reason. It's as safe as houses. Property values, of course, as we all know, tend to rise over time, while rents keep providing you that ongoing income stream. The key is to start with obviously cash flow positive properties that can fund their own growth. But income generating assets go beyond traditional buy-to-lets. For example, you could consider things like HMOs, house of multiple occupation. These properties typically generate higher rental yields due to multiple tenants sharing the same space. Obviously, it takes more work. Short-term rentals, so platforms like Airbnb have created opportunities to earn higher income from properties in desirable locations that rent well in those instances. And commercial real estate, again, is a whole world. Investing in offices, retail space, or industrial properties can, again, provide you that diversification and stable income. So I'm going to go through some principles to follow if you're starting your property investment journey. Here are 3 key steps, I think, that are important to accelerate growth. So one is prioritize savings. So follow Charlie Munger's advice and make saving for your first 100K a priority. Cut unnecessary expenses and redirect those savings into your first investment property. 2, leverage smartly. Use financing to scale your portfolio, but always ensure your properties generate sufficient income to cover costs and create you a profit. And 3, reinvest strategically. Continuously reinvest rental income and equity gains into additional properties to take full advantage of compounding. And additionally, consider forming partnerships or joint ventures with other investors. Pooling resources can help you access larger deals or share the risks of new ventures. Education is, of course, such a key thing with this. Stay informed about market trends, emerging opportunities, and regulatory changes, and stay ahead of the curve. Watch my other videos. By sticking to these principles, you can turn property investing into that snowball effect we talked about earlier, one that builds momentum and accelerates your wealth over time. The road ahead, as your property portfolio grows, you'll find, yes, will be challenging and you'll face challenges early on, but the opportunities to refine your strategy will improve with each milestone you reach, and it will serve a foundation for the next milestone. Remember, the key to success here is persistence, adaptability, and a willingness to learn. If you're interested in learning more about income generating assets, leveraging your portfolio, or scaling investments, check out my other videos on this channel. It's free to watch and they provide practical tips and strategies. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe for more insights into building wealth through property, and I'll see you in the next video up here.